The first monster, the Asghar the Murderer Story. In the early decades of the 20th century, as Iran struggled to modernize under the rule of Reza Shah Pahlavi, a shadow moved through the streets of Tehran that would forever change how the nation understood the capacity for human evil. Between 1933 and 1934, the discovery of mutilated bodies in the furnaces and aqueducts of southern Tehran would reveal the presence of Iran's first recorded serial killer, a man whose crimes would shock a society unprepared for such systematic violence. This is the story of Ali Asghar Boroujerdi, known to history as Asghar the Murderer, whose reign of terror spanning 2 countries and more than 2 decades would establish him as the first documented serial killer in Iranian history. To understand the emergence of Asghar the Murderer, we must first examine the turbulent world of the early 20th century Middle East. This was a time of dramatic social transformation and political upheaval. Reza Shah's modernization campaigns drew people from rural areas to growing cities like Tehran, while in Iraq, the aftermath of World War I created similarly unstable conditions. In this environment of social disruption and weak institutional control, a predator found perfect conditions to begin a killing spree. Ali Asghar Boroujerdi was born in 1893 in Boroujerdi into a family with a long criminal history. His grandfather, Zulfali, was a notorious bandit who robbed caravans, sometimes murdering owners who resisted. His father, Ali Mirza, continued this tradition as a road thief. This criminal heritage created an environment where violence was normalized and human life greatly diminished in value. When Asghar was 8, his family migrated to Iraq, eventually settling in Baghdad when he was 14. There, he found work selling snacks to children, providing perfect access to future victims. He used his position to befriend children, promising treats before sexually abusing them. At 14, Asghar was first arrested for child sexual abuse in Baghdad, but was treated leniently due to his age. Rather than learning from this encounter, he simply became more careful. When arrested again after abusing 5 children, he received 9 years in prison, time that only hardened his resolve rather than rehabilitating him. Upon release at 27, Asghar escalated to murder. He later claimed he killed 25 children and adolescents in Iraq, explaining that he murdered victims to eliminate witnesses. This calculated reasoning reveals the methodical nature of his crimes. In 1933, Asghar's criminal career in Iraq ended when he was nearly caught murdering his final Iraqi victim.